Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We are going to be playing episode 4 of Luck and Chaos. Tonight's episode is titled Fae or Foe. Let's go around and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo, and I am playing Arat Kshizhin, the Wild Oracle.
I was muted, but now I'm not. Yate. Hi, I'm Abby, and today I'll be taking on the role of our lovely Fisscourth, the Hooling Cleric.
Hi everyone, I'm Alessa Vamp or Satan on the internet, and today I will be playing Yuiza. She's got 4 hit points, 1 health potion, and +0 intelligence, so let's get to this.
How we doing, gamers? RJ here, and I hate myself for saying that. Today I'm playing Su Long, who is a human barbarian.
And with that, let's go ahead and do a little recap. While the rest of the party was investigating the mysterious well, Fisscourth searched the warden's small library to further her knowledge of the surface world. Following a chat with one of the senior guild members, Fisscourth reunited with the party and joined for their return walk to town. Turns out mysterious wells that move on their own are better left until a good night's rest. After getting just that, the party relaxed a little bit further, spending the morning the next day at the bathhouse just outside of town. Upon their return to the well later that day, they met the inhabitant of the structure. Who exactly did Yuiza give her tooth to? And that is where we are picking up tonight. We are rolling into initiative, which we have actually already rolled into. All right, first up in our turn order, Fisscourth.
Oh boy.
What do you want to do?
As this creature splashes us, very rude, I must say. We were just looking into your well. My concern immediately goes to my delicate surface members here, particularly Yuiza, and I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Yuiza. That is going to add 2+ to your AC. Cheery, soft little surface people are okay, she says with 7 hit points.
All right, anything else on your turn?
Unless she's close enough to bite, then no, that's it.
Nothing. Are you referring to what's in the well?
Yes.
Yeah, the creature has not made its way out of the well. Last we left here, Yuiza came out and shut the lid and latched it and told y'all what happened. So it still has not made its appearance yet. In that case, up next, Su Long. It's your turn.
Su Long is gonna head right on over to that well and take a readied action. When this creature pops up inevitably, I'm taking a swing at it recklessly.
All right, so that's your ready to action. Up next, Yuiza.
She's gonna go into her new handy-dandy haversack, pull out that new handy-dandy healing potion that she bought, and she's just gonna chug that as her bonus action, which is max healing, so that does 10 points of healing, which gets her back up looking nice and less messed up.
Okay, sounds good. Up next is the creature, and it is going to take its movement to move forward in the well, and that will be its turn for this round. All right, you're up next.
Move forward in the well. Okay.
Well, move up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know where it was going. So
It's trying to get to y'all.
that's fair. We heard that something in the well wanted to play a game before all this happened, right? Okay.
You did not hear that. You were told that. You didn't hear anything until the water touched you.
I'm gonna spend my turn. I'm gonna use scrying on my deck to see what the top 2 cards are and rearrange them as needed.
Okay.
That's it, because there's no one I can talk to yet, no one I can reason with, no one I can do anything on. So that's gonna be it for now.
Okay. It can hear you if you want to try and shout out to it.
I'm going to lean forward and I'm just going to yell, "What game do you want to play?"
In your head, you hear, "I wanted to play the best game, but Yuiza's mean."
Can I play?
Who are you?
My name is Arat.
And I'm going to go ahead and count that as the end of your turn, if you're okay
perfect.
with that. All right. Up next, Fisscourth.
After performing this strange chittering prayer that has wrapped Yuiza in a protective magical aura, I Arat's trying to be diplomatic. I am cautiously approaching the edge of the well with Arat, yelling back down as well. Perhaps we could speak this out before you splash us again. It is rude to splash people, yes?
You were the ones who came into my home. You gave me presents, and then you didn't want to play. Why would you deny someone's hospitality? You're all mean.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I didn't give you any presents, but... Sorry, I guess. I'll end my turn with that.
That was only in Fisscourth's head, right?
No, you can all hear it now.
Oh, we can all hear it?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else, Fizz?
That's it.
Okay. Sulong.
Again, posting up right here. If I see that water creature come out and make any aggressive moves against my party, it's getting swung at.
If you want to roll anything like a history or a nature check, you can always try.
Sure. My history's a little bit better. Reciprocity was mentioned. 15.
Okay. Has Sulong ever been to the Feywild?
I would say no,
Okay.
but I don't know. He wouldn't have dealt with any Fey.
Okay. Then you would probably know that it's common knowledge that when dealing with Fey, reciprocity is a thing. And most of them like gifts and games and trickery. And you don't necessarily have to establish giving them something as a gift is a gift for them to just decide that it is. Because they will decide that it is a gift by you not verbally stating that it is a gift. So you could probably surmise that this is a fey creature of some sort, and it has been greatly offended at this point.
Not to be rude or anything, but we'd like to decline your hospitality. I think it's very rude that you're trying to force it upon us.
You hear water bubbling, and the lid begins to rattle.
Okay, well,
Anything else?
I should stop talking.
Yuiza, you're up next.
You are very right. I was very rude, and I apologize for my rudeness. How about we talk it out? She's like wringing water out of her hair, and maybe we can all play a game together.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
22.
Well, they got a nat 20 for a 23. Sorry.
It's okay. I tried.
The bubbling and the rattling of the lid continues.
Yuiza gives up. I tried. And she's going to just ready herself for anything that comes out.
All right. Up next, it is the creature. And that lid bursts open. And who is the closest to the lid, would you all say?
I sidled up next to it so I can get a hit off on them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I know that Fisscourth and I moved up, but RJ's ready to swing. So Sulong's ready to swing, rather. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Sulong, go ahead and take your... We'll say you can go ahead and take your readied action and try and hit it as it is coming right up.
Sure. Make sure you're rolling if it's an attack to hit at advantage because I'm recklessing off this. 24.
That does hit.
8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And this creature does hit out at you. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay. Then you missed its watery grasp attack. But it is now at the top of the well. All right, and that will be the creature's turn. All right, you're up next.
It's at the top of the well, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it is visible.
What does it look like?
As we described last time, it is humanoid in shape, with long, kelp-like hair flowing down its back, watery, depthless, fathomless eyes that appear to be creating waves within themselves like the ocean would. It looks human-ish, but in the way that something is just not right. Everything about it is the color of water and oceans and deep sea creatures.
Is it still like a humanoid, or is it just something off?
It is currently a humanoid shape.
Right, so hearing it up top, I'm going to hold up my hands and just say, I asked if I could play with you. I'm partial to card games myself, but perhaps you had a different game in mind.
I don't want to play your games anymore. You're all mean.
I don't believe I've met you until now. Perhaps you could tell me your game.
You should already know my game. My game's the best game.
Well, then why don't we play it?
It is not responding positively to any of this. So if you would like to take your action or your bonus action, you can go for it.
It's hovering in the well. It's not out of the well, right?
It's not out of the well, correct?
So I can tell that it's not responding positively to me?
Yeah, everything it said to you was a negative.
All right.
It was a no-go.
So let's go. I thought we could be friends, and from the open hand, a ray of frost just hits out and strikes it.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes, that does hit. What's the damage?
It is 5 cold damage.
Okay. This ray goes out and hits the creature. And those of you watching this magic fly from the card, watch it wash right through the creature and exit the other side.
Not from the card, just from my other hand.
Oh, from your other hand. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, like I said, the cold damage doesn't hit; it just goes through.
It goes straight through.
Okay.
You're up next.
On seeing this ice magic go right through it, being, of course, studied as I am, my first thought is magical resistance. So Fiss, as close she is, lunges forth whatever limb is nearest, sinks her teeth in. If you can't beat him, eat him.
Fair enough. Roll the hit.
Oh, does a 22 hit?
That definitely hits.
Oh boy. I will roll for bite damage then. That's
Nom
6
nom.
damage.
Fabulous.
And as reaction, I'm going to heal 1d8 hit points because I'm sucking your blood, but I should wait. Does this thing even have blood?
You get something. Roll me perception.
I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 4.
Okay. It tastes like blood, but it tastes like multiple creatures.
Oh, that's scary. I don't like a margarita mix. Yeah, so I think as you watch Fiss pull back from this thing, her fangs dripping with its vital essence, like a bit of her wounds start to close and heal up, but she looks startled, confused even, just looking as if there are more people inside the well. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Awesome. Up next, we have Sulong.
Swinging. I'll do this one at Reckless too.
Okay.
Another 24.
Fabulous.
11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I'd like to make these at non-lethal.
Okay. That is fine, because as you swing out, it's going to use its reaction.
Oh boy.
And you watch as you swing to hit and you make contact, but the part of the creature that you hit pulls apart momentarily, as though a school of fish have just separated as a predator comes barreling at them, swimming through the ocean, and then knits back together as your weapon leaves their body. It will only take half that damage.
Interesting.
I'm getting
Anything
more
else?
scared.
No, that is it for moi.
Up next, Yuiza.
She is going to go up to her new not friend and just stab as she usually does. And because her friends are near it, she'll get her sneak attack.
Okay.
Non-natural 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
12 total damage with my sneak attack, and then she is going to use her offhand weapon to use a bonus action to make an attack.
Okay.
Well, I don't think 11 hits.
It does not hit.
Okay, yeah, so she will miss that, and that is her turn.
Up next is the creature's turn, and it is going to make 2 attacks. Reach out at Sulong first. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. And a nat 1's not going to hit you either. All right, so that's going to be its actions. Bonus action.
Oh no.
Sulong,
Yes.
tell me about your closest family member. What do they look like?
Closest family member would probably have to be his older sister. She has very long raven black hair, usually tied into a like messy bun in the back. She has a pair of like these half moon glasses. And it's basically like the familiar features are there. It's like a feminized version of Sulong.
Okay. So it can't replicate the glasses, but as it tries to make these attacks at you, it lunges in with its claw attack, and as it pulls back, you see its entire body rearrange, and coming up out of the well is your sister. And that'll be the creature's turn.
Oh, that's not good.
All right, you're up next.
So, yeah, with hand up, I'm going to lean over to whoever's closest to me, which I think is Fisscourth, and just go, did that work? What's going on?
It changed. No, it didn't work. No, this thing shapeshifted. I'm freaking out.
Very well. Touching my stick to the side of the well, I'm going to like just keep it on my right as I go around the creature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaving it. I'm just going to the back of it to effectively flank.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up the stick, and Arat he spins his body in a full 360 because he can't quite see to aim, but the knotted part of the stick is out to just swing at a bludgeoning attack at this. 21.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
For 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, great. Anything else?
Just for fun, because I can't see that it changed into Sulong's sister, this thing goes straight through the head.
Okay.
To hopefully distort the face, and that'll be it.
Sounds great. Very cinematic. Up next. Also right up close to it, because you just took a bite out of it. Fisscourth, you're back.
I'm back, and you were pretty tasty. Kind of weird, though. A little concerning.
A little salty.
It's very salty. I gotta watch my cholesterol, jeez. No. Upon noticing that Sulong was just kind of struck by this, I am going to cast Toll the Dead on this thing.
Okay.
So Fist points out very Dracula-esque with one wing and declares something in a high screeching tongue, and bells begin to fill the air.
Okay.
Let's see if our friend here takes 5 damage. Oh, 1d12 neurotic damage, actually, because it already took damage.
Did you just say 1d12 neurotic damage?
Yes.
I take that every day.
Same.
Every day of my life.
Oh, wait, neurotic. I meant necrotic. That's a 2.
No, it's neurotic damage now. It's
Two very
neurotic
different kinds of
damage.
attacks.
Neurotic. But I rolled a 2.
It's not in its proper place.
Reasonably low.
How much damage does it take?
2.
2? Okay.
2 neurotic.
Sulong, you're up next.
Yes. How am I feeling? I've got feelings about what's happening right now. Sulong, I imagine the attacks have been like these wide arcing strikes. The last one going forward, sinking in the ground behind him, turns his head, sees his sister's face, gets smashed in. There is a breath. Sulong rages. When he does so, Arat picks up the smell of burning ozone. And he will pivot on a leg and start smashing the well.
DM, does he get advantage since I'm now flanking the well and the creature?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage. What is it, RJ? What'd you roll? Fabulous. Give me that crit damage.
19 points of damage against
Okay.
the well.
You hit the well, and there is a reverberation through it, and you watch that same reverberation echo into the creature, almost as though a ripple just goes through it all at once. How much was that total? 19?
19. Sulong is going to round onto the creature, a more feral stance, and snarls, "Do not play these games with me, foul creature."
Love it. Roll intimidation. The monster recoils from you, but it doesn't look scared. Yuiza.
I don't know if stabbing a well would work. She's just gonna focus on the creature. I'm gonna attack it. 22.
That hits.
So a total of 9 slashing damage. And then I'm going to use 2-weapon fighting as my bonus action.
Okay.
Again. That's a natural 2, so that doesn't hit. Yuiza is hitting, but looks... There's a mixture of emotion as this creature changes shape and attacks her friends and claws at them.
Yuiza, when you fight, who do you think of in this moment?
I don't think she's on purpose, like, thinking of someone, but if she were to be thinking of someone at this moment, it would be, I would say, her aunt at the moment that taught her how to fight with daggers.
This creature, moving its attention from Sulong to you, hisses a watery hiss and turns into your aunt. What does your aunt look like?
She is a red tiefling with brown hair. She has a strike of like grayish white hair on her, in her hair. She's older. She has 4 horns. 2 coming up the top and curling, and 2 coming down the bottom, and one of the top ones is broken. You can tell she's been through it because she has a lot of scars on her face. For the first time since you met Yuiza, she does not have a cheery smile. She looks pissed.
You see this change happen, and you have your aunt staring back at you, looking equally pissed. And you all hear through your heads,
"We were supposed to play, but I guess we'll do it next time."
And you watch as your aunt's visage sinks back into the well as it disengages. You all feel the ground begin to shake. Can everyone roll me a dexterity saving throw?
I keep rolling 2s, so that's gonna be 8.
13.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Yuiza, unfortunately, you do lose your footing after this happens, and you fall back onto your bum. The rest of you feel the ground shake beneath you as this creature and the well, almost as if it is being sucked into nothing, just folds within on itself until it is disappearing with a tiny... It is gone.
What was that?
Something that needs to be not come out again. We need shovels. Where can we buy shovels?
What happened?
This is, with trembling voice, is going to describe to Arat in probably excruciating detail how this thing morphed and changed and how its blood was just so unnatural on her palate. You're staring at the well the entire time, making sure, as if like it's about to attack her.
Well, the well's gone now, right? Yeah, I was wondering, does Fisscourth mention that? Because I don't know that yet.
Oh. The place where it was, I'm like, wait, we need to warn the town.
There is a moment where there's just heavy breathing. Sulong has his eyes closed, turns to where he approximates the nearest person is. "I will be right back." Walks off into the forest. A tree is felled in a very fast time, and he walks back out of the forest, kind of just... I am a rock in a storm. I am a rock in the storm.
Almost wordlessly, if with permission, of course, Fisscourth just puts a wing over Sulong's shoulder. Just, it encapsulates him like a cape, a leathery, weird cape.
Oh no. I don't know how to process human contact. I mean, player contact.
You need a moment to close your eyes. Is it too bright out? Would you like it not to be bright?
just give me a few minutes, a few seconds with my mantra, and I will be okay. Thank you, Fisscourth.
What about the rest of you? Does anyone need care about treatment? I won't do anything with my tongue. Like we discussed, that wasn't okay. But herbs, magic, anything?
Since nobody has said it, Arat puts his stick forward to where the well was, and then it just hits the ground. He'll just move forward until he's met up with everybody else.
The ground where the well was is as if nothing ever stood on that spot.
So yeah, now I'll be back with the group and just seems to have left us for now.
It's gone.
It's done that before. Vanished without a trace.
Yuiza's gonna get up. Her face kind of turned away from the group a bit, and is just going to say, "That's sorry about that. I didn't know I was going to put you all in danger." And she's just gonna start walking back to town by herself.
I don't believe anybody could have predicted that.
No, but we should head back. So long, I'll meet you along the way. Yes, come on, Arat. Take my appendage.
You just reach out and grab whatever is there, putting the cards back into his holster, and just stick out in front, walking.
Is there any conversation as you all travel back to town?
I'm going to continue to ask Fisscourth, just on the details of the things I didn't see, these transformations, it vanishing, things like that. What happened with my magic, all of it. What the loud noise was. Trying to get a recap of what exactly I heard but couldn't see.
I would prefer not to think of it any further, Arat, but it didn't seem partial to ice. It seemed rather affected by the word of the keeners, but I can't guarantee that we can freeze it, but you have to bury it somewhere, or if it's seen again, put up wanted posters. Have the well brought in.
I did tell the wardens about the well, and he simply said it was for us to investigate unless we wished for somebody else to investigate it. So it seems it's either us or somebody else.
Seems though more might be needed, especially if it's a wandering well. And is Yuiza walking ahead of us?
Oh yeah, she left before everyone.
Fiss is going to just... A moment, I need... Yuiza! And Fiss, just wings out, toddling over as quickly as she can manage.
Quick stumble.
Are you quite well? You seem troubled with the faces that creature pulled.
I'm... Alright. There's a lot. Yeah.
I don't think I need an insight check to know that you're not doing good. So, again, Fist just wing around, and she makes a clicking sound, to let Arat know where they are. And we'll walk back together.
Yeah, and Arat actually follows that clicking very quickly, surprisingly.
She at first kind of stiffens when Fizz puts the wing over, but after a moment, she just leads into it like she needs the reassurance.
In my furry bosom.
In your furry bosom.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you all heading back to as you go to town?
This is going to head directly to the wardens. Children could fall into that well. This thing is tricky. It is beguiling. It could be any one of us. So she's stewarding everyone under her wings to the wardens.
Well, Stu Long does whatever he's got to do.
All right. As you all make your way into town and you're crossing through the center of town, someone roll me a perception check.
Is it sight-based?
It is.
Oh no.
Not it.
22.
10.
As you're walking through, sitting next to the fountain that is in essentially the center square of town, that everything loops around, Yuiza, you see the well, and you see families, passersby, tossing coins in and making a wish
Oh no. No.
What?
The well, it's in the middle of town. People are tossing coins in. She's going to run to see if she can put a lid on it.
Yuiza, what is... Oh, gods, no.
We are going to go to the top of the initiative order. You are still not right up to it. It will take you a round to get up to the well, because it's still a ways off. But we will say in one round you can get it on your way there if you would like to prep something, or if you would like to do something to interact with the townsfolk in the area. You can do so as you normally would in a turn. So starting at the top of the round, we're going to start with Fisscourth.
As I see, babies, children, families, I am going to use thaumaturgy and heightening my already high voice, booming, just get away from that water.
Let's get a performance check. Let's see how convincing this is.
Oh boy, I sure hope they listen to the silly bat lady. 14, please?
Okay. 14 was more than enough. Some of the parents immediately snatch away their children and start backing away, and also giving you rather perplexed looks. They thought this must have been a good omen, it seems. Up next, we have Zulong.
Are there any barrels around here?
There are. What kind of barrel are you looking for?
Something that's filled. They could be with like rainwater or just something that isn't water.
There are people coming through town to sell their wares at the general store, to deliver things from other villages as well. You could try and get something off of someone's cart. That might not go over well. There is probably some barrels outside the general store as well, which is directly across from the well, which would have goods for purchase within them.
This is a farming village, correct?
Yes, there are farms in the area.
If I'm passing by one of these carts, can I pull a sack of fertilizer out?
Roll me investigation.
Sure. 14?
You pull a sack of something. It might be fertilizer.
Don't matter. Sulong puts a gold piece, flicks a gold piece into the cart, and then we'll hike that sack onto his shoulder and just start walking towards the well.
All right, up next, Yuiza.
Yuiza is running towards the well, and as Fizz was able to get people away from it, she is screaming out, "Toby! Gowan!" as she runs towards it, trying to get the attention of other people who may know what they're doing.
Let's see, we'll compete with a performance check to see who hears you. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
18 plus 2 is not a natural 20.
Okay, fantastic. You do get a few members of the wardens to come out of not only the warden's facilities. You see Toby and Pershing both make their way out. Toby is bouncing a ball in his hand once again. And you see a very sweaty Galwin come out of the pink dragon.
I don't want to know why he's sweaty.
Ooh, why is he damp?
Why are you damp?
And they are looking around perplexed.
I don't know if she can look at Toby and be like, the well! The well!
Yeah, we can call that the end of your turn to do that. The creature has not made itself known. Arat, your turn.
So you said it would take about a round for us to get over there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you are still traveling up.
Mechanically, if I use my action to dash on top of my walking speed, would I get there before everybody else?
Because I did not plot out exactly how large this is, I'm just going to say that it takes a round to get up to it.
Okay. Just wondering, because I actually... nobody actually knows this, but Arat has a faster walking speed than everybody else, so I was curious.
I mean, you can describe that he's walking faster than everybody else if you'd like.
I mean, it won't really matter at that point. If everybody else winds up getting there at the same time, then what I wanted to do won't really be affected. But I will say to those nearby me, I think we need to try a different approach. Otherwise, we'll just continue to be swinging and attacking at something that can move of its own accord anywhere it wishes. So, perhaps a different approach.
Anything else?
Nope. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Top of the next round. Fisscourth.
Oh boy. I actually have the slowest speed out of everyone, being that I am a creature made for flight, not for walking. How close am I to the well? I'm gonna go
You've
up
all made it
squares.
within striking distance of the well at this point.
Got it.
Yeah. You can move yourself in.
Thank you. Let me. Well, I can't. God, wait. There are families around. I can't just start screaming. That would be impolite.
I mean, you can. You are outdoors. You can use your outside voice.
I can use my outside
What are they gonna
inside
do?
voice.
Noise complaint?
Noise complaint to the warden.
person saving their life? What the hell?
I am not going to attack the well, but rather just outside the well's area, I am going to cast Sanctuary to any family's children that are still nearby. I'll just say, beware, and then there. So if this thing tries to attack them, it's gonna have to make a wisdom saving.
Go ahead and add DM inspiration to your sheet for that. I like that. That's cool. Cool move. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it. And just
Fabulous.
Fizz standing with her wings stay away from it.
All right. Up next, Sulong.
Sulong gets to the well, hops onto the lip, and from his belt pulls a dagger. He's going to pierce the underside of the sack. You want to play games? How about some cleanup instead? And he'll slice through the bottom and dump the contents into the well.
As you slice through the contents, you pour a sack of kidney beans into this well.
Hopefully, polluting her home or their home might enrage them a little.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Oh, you're giving them a gift. I've been through that.
Oh, the
I don't recommend it.
The gift of beans.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Get beaned, bozo.
Anything else for your turn?
no, not yet.
Okay. Yuiza, you're up next.
She is just preparing herself to attack.
Okay.
I don't know why the CC's not picking me up. I don't know what to do.
Sorry, everybody who needs closed captioning. I don't know what's going on with our system. We'll work on it. As
Yeah,
best we
sorry
can.
about that. But she will just prepare her action to attack if
Okay.
anything pops out.
Sounds good. And up next is the creature. Sulong, you're actually the closest as the creature reaches out from the fountain behind all of you.
Oh,
Does a 22 hit?
only just.
Okay. You will take 9 bludgeoning damage, and I will need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Barbarian makes the strength saving throw. Let's
Yeah.
see.
DC's 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just hit it.
Okay. Perfect. Then you do not get pulled into the water with it. Its appearance changes once more. And you all see it take on the face of Arabelle.
No, it's my turn, yeah? So, as I can't see any of that, and I heard it moving, I'm going to just lean over the well and just say, I don't suppose we could perhaps try talking about it this time instead of more conflict?
Are you trying to persuade it to exit combat with the people that have been wailing on it?
Yeah, I'm offering a different path this time. Like, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here.
Have a little monster. Go ahead and try and roll me persuasion.
17.
It is not responsive to that.
Not responsive at all? It doesn't say anything?
No. It is just sloshing back and forth. That is all you hear. The rest of you just see a very angry Arabelle staring down.
Can I do my held action?
She did hold that, yeah.
Is it a ranged action?
Can be. Well, I did it with my dagger, so I thought you said we were in melee distance.
You were in melee distance of the well.
Oh, it's coming out of the. Okay,
Yeah, it's coming out of-
okay.
yeah.
Well, I just held my entire turn, so I don't know if that includes movement.
When you ready an attack, you ready one attack, I believe.
Okay.
So if you want to make a ranged attack, I'll double check the rules on the break as well. But we're going to rule that you can go ahead and make an attack with your dagger for a ranged attack if you want.
So she'll take out like a dagger from her hip and just throw it. 16.
That does hit.
5 damage because right now she doesn't have sneak attack.
Okay. And you see the creature as Arabelle hiss at you. As your dagger goes to hit it, it pulls apart again the same way it did for Sulong and then knits back together. It'll take half that damage.
Before we go at the top, since we're ending my turn at this point, technically, I'm going to say to the people around me, please move away from the well.
Yeah, everybody's running away. They
No,
didn't
I'm talking to my party.
Oh, your party?
Near me. I'm telling them, please move away from the well.
Okay. Party members, it is up to you how you spend your movement, but you have gotten instructed that by your teammate. Fisscourth, top of the round, you're up next.
Oh boy. My keen ears, of course, pick up Arat's instructions, and I'll listen. Marginally. But right now, there's a beast, there are innocents, and while my chittering prayers can protect the populace, it's not going to kill this thing dead unless I... Oh shit, what's that? Fisscourth is going to lift her wing and cast another instance of... Actually, no, wait, that's touch. I can't do that. We're going to go with Bane instead.
Okay.
And that is a charisma saving throw of 13.
It rolled an 11 and it gets a +3. Sorry.
I am so upset. Fisscourth said thoughts and prayers, and this thing said pray you thought right back to me.
All right, Sulong, you're up next.
Arata said to step away from the well, and I have a target now. Just hops off the top of the well, sheath dagger, pulling off the great axe from behind his back, and will walk menacingly over to the creature in the fountain. Bonus action.
Okay.
Rage.
As you do.
As one does. And then reckless. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Go for it.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
10 points of slashing damage.
Would you like to describe how you end this creature?
Can it be non-lethally? I did mention that I wanted to do that at the beginning of the fight.
I will allow non-lethal.
Okay. There is a moment where, as Sulong winds up, almost like a batter style hit, swings, and the creature flinches because they think it's about to be a death blow. But at the last second, he spins the haft so that just the flat, full-on Tom and Jerry pancakes their face.
The creature and its well begin to shake and vibrate as it loses the form of Arabelle, and so does it home. And the two merge together once more in front of you. You see this creature that almost has an anglerfish-like face, but instead of having something that hangs forward, it has these kelp-like protrusions coming off of its head that hang backwards in short rows. And on its back is its home, which is a large calcified type structure, reminiscent of what would be on the back of a hermit crab.
So for myself, the well is now no longer near me.
Correct.
All right, so it's a bit of a stumble, and I hear something over there. I'm just going.
Yuiza
Anybody?
will describe it, since this would technically be her turn. She'll describe what just happened to Arat.
You're all out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good?
I don't know, she says as she grabs her dagger from the fountain.
This is going to look at Sulong and say, are we imprisoning it?
That is up for everyone else to decide. and just sinks their axe downward into the ground and leans on it, just waiting for off it.
I'll walk up since I was back behind until I hit, I guess, what is the the edge of the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just gonna put my stick into the fountain and step a little bit closer and just sort of crouch on it to be at approximately where I think this creature is.
Mm-hmm.
Sulong walks over and turns Arat slightly to the side.
You can definitely find it. It smells like fish.
You are a fascinating little specimen. Just Fiss is inspecting it very closely, her little hands held together, almost as if she's looking at a beautiful bouquet of flowers, as Toby says what he needs to.
Toby and Pershing do walk over. So this is your well from the woods, huh?
Yeah. I dropped my tooth in it and then it thought it was a gift, so then it followed me, and now people put their coins in it and it's going to think it's a gift. Don't worry about my tooth, it's fine. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it knew how the world works here.
Who are you? What is your name? Saying at this creature.
They're passed out, Arat. They're passed out.
Oh, very well. Should I change this?
Not until we have it restrained. We don't know what it's going to do.
Yes, restrained for study.
Is it made out of water anymore?
No, it looks like a fish with like a hole in its back. Yes, Toby.
Restraints and study won't be necessary. And Toby actually hikes up the legs of both of his trousers, climbs into the fountain to gently pick it up. This is something that's not supposed to be on this plane. I met one once, much older and, believe it or not, nastier looking. It's a marrow jay.
A marrow jay?
Marrow jay. Like bone, marrow, jay as in mocking jay. It needs to be returned to the Feywild. So, if it's all right with all of you, I'll take your report and have someone come collect it.
Could I have my tooth back?
Probably.
Small pockets? A pouch?
Toby will turn the creature over and gently pull it away from the shell and shake slightly.
Okay, I thought you were gonna piggy bank shake this thing.
It does look like that. And he grimaces and looks up at you and goes, "Don't worry, I saw my dad do this. They're fine. It doesn't hurt them at all." And just shakes them a few times, and you see multiple things fall out. You see a brass coin, 26 copper, 2 buttons, a rock with a flower carved onto it, and 3 large iridescent scales.
Do I see my tooth?
And your tooth.
What about an inordinate amount of kidney beans?
Inordinate amount of kidney beans. Come
Another
out.
10 pounds of kidney beans.
The kidney beans seem to have been embedded further into the shell. It would take a lot more shaking.
She's going to take the tooth back.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine.
Toby, would you mind if we studied the remnants of its pouch, stomach? What was that crevice?
It's home. There.
I feel bad taking anything else from it. It's like stealing from their home. My tooth.
Don't worry. They're little magpies. It'll reclaim its hoard soon enough. 1 minute, and Toby simply snaps his fingers. And there is a slight breeze and a whoosh of flower petals about you all as another gnome appears. Just a few feet away from you.
Oh. Hello?
This gnome, as those of you who can look over to it, Arat, you hear a voice nearly identical to Toby's arrive. The rest of you see Toby's twin, Ulrich. Nearly identical, save for the fact that Ulrich has bright pink and teal hair, with a streak of teal in the same spot as Toby's at the Widow's Peak. Hi, Toby, what? And the two converse back and forth with one another. It's like watching a mirror talk to itself. Toby explains the situation and what you all encountered and passes off the marriage. And Ulrich says, thanks, I guess. I guess I'll just go put it in Dad's backyard. And Toby nods. And Ulrich sighs and walks a few feet away. And in an instant, there's a burst of flower petals and he is gone.
Yuiza's describing this to Arat as it's happening. It's like they're twins, but it's like different. Like it's got like a teal and like they're the same. And they're gonna put it in their dad's backyard. I don't understand.
Toby chuckles and sorry, Ulrich isn't one for chit chat. He's a little well, he takes more after my dad. Let's just say that. But yes, my family is very good at rehoming fake creatures, we'll say. Anyways, about your report. Would you like to give it now? Would you like to clean up? You look a little waterlogged.
We got hit with like a tidal wave.
It's okay.
Do you want to dry off first?
Yeah, I don't like the way my wet hair sticks to my skin and it makes me uncomfortable.
All right, let's get you all some towels. Come with me. Come with me.
Okay.
And he will take you to the wardens and set you all up in what will soon be, it's still under construction. There's not much furniture, but you are given rooms and spare clothes if you need them to change into while your own dries. Toby will send out to have your clothes laundered if you would like, at no cost. And you are provided with the warmest, largest, fluffiest towels that you have ever been handed, as they are brand spanking new. And they have that new towel feel.
Art will take him up on that because apart from running clothes through like a river, I don't think he's actually ever had his clothes laundered. So, yeah.
Okay. Totally cool.
Just be careful that it's got a few things attached that I don't want to lose. They're like personal stuff. Okay. She washes as they take her clothes away. She's never had anybody else do her laundry for her.
Yes, the wardens will make sure that everything is as it was. They're very good at taking care of their own. And whenever you all are ready, you can join Toby in his office.
In the Toby's office. Ooh.
You see Yuiza come down and she has very different clothes. She had like off shoulder kind of like shirt before and like a skirt and stuff. She has just these basic trousers, almost like guy clothes. And she puts on like a loose tunic and she comes down. I don't know where I am.
It just has a robe.
This is cleaning herself like a cat still. She's fluffing out her chest crest. Just lick, very, very licky with her tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Sulong is in a chair in the corner. You just hear the rhythmic like shh, shh of a whetstone over the blade because he slammed his axe into a well like a dingus.
Arat's moved himself like against the table, so between the group and Toby, just so he can actually like get a better perception point on everybody.
If you want, Toby will offer to bring in chairs for you all. He doesn't normally have chairs in his office, but it's been a long day. If you'd like that, you can have that. Sulong,
Yes.
almost as if sensing your mood at the moment, Pershing comes over and nudges the things in your hands out of his way with his big mechanical nose. And you get a full head of Cane Corso dog head in your lap.
a deep inhalation, a mutter of the mantra, I am a rock in the storm, and Sulong sinks deeper into the seat, rubbing the face and then just occasionally booping the nose with a thumb. Mood slightly improved.
Pershing's loving every second of it. There is a big metallic tail thunk rhythmically against the floor. You can all give your report. What are you going to relay to Toby?
Oh boy, this is where Fiss's little nerd heart shines. She starts chirping off specific, what she believes are resistances of this creature. It has a particular, not fondness for ice. It is vulnerable to holy magic, so at least those of the Chapel of Cacophony. A few other things. It can shift form, and it appears not to need a reference, only those who have given it gifts. Perhaps not even that, but it didn't mimic any forms that I knew of. But, Toby, is there a reason why a creature from the Feywild would end up here?
Well, I mean, there's many reasons why. You can book passage with certain peoples between the planes, but one that young was probably just lost, fell through a tear in the space between planes. Maybe, I don't know, was brought here for some
Does that
reason.
happen often?
I mean, it happens. I don't know about often. Normally you get maybe like a fairy dragon, a couple pixies invading the plane, or just sort of, I don't know, infesting a magic shop from time to time.
Sort of reaching over to get Toby's attention, Ara puts his hand, that's the one that's usually gloved, but it's being laundered, like, on Toby's wrist. And she goes, I'm sorry. This is all very new to me. This Feywild, it sounds fascinating. Have you been there before?
Yes, I grew up there.
Oh,
Could you tell us more about it? I don't believe I've ever heard anything like this.
Well, how do you describe the Feywild? Well,
Perhaps your memories of it would work?
imagine the weirdest thing you've ever been through, and then turn it on its head, stick it in a bowl, and whisk it up a bit. Add a few drops of cotton candy, maybe a knife or two, and that's the Feywild.
I believe we all may have gotten a different impression there.
Yeah, that's the Feywild. It's different for everyone who goes there. Everyone's experience is typically slightly different, depending on how they treat people there. And I will say, if you ever find yourself in the courts there, then err on the side of caution and watch your words. Fae will be very literal at times and twist your words other times.
It's a bit like the surface here, I must say. So many words with so many meanings, and you never know if you're saying the right thing.
do all fey creatures change shapes like that?
No.
I think it took an appearance after who we were thinking of at the moment. Or something. I'm not sure. Because I did give technique in its own terms, give it my tooth, but Sulong didn't give it anything. And I think it turned into someone you know.
My sister.
Let me see here. I think I do have, where are my mother's old books? 1 second. And he will go to one of the bookshelves behind him, and from his personal collection of books, he pulls out a large for him leather tome, but to anyone average human size, it's just an average book, essentially, a little bit thicker than normal. Opens it and flips it open. Inside are illustrations drawn by hand and painted in with watercolor, and detailed, finely written, meticulous notes. And he will go, all right, you'll like this one. This is a fairy dragon. And he will take your hand off of his Arat and lightly brush it across the page, and you can feel the raised outline of a fairy dragon that has never been painted in, as the artist only ever did the outline in a thick, dark substance.
This is fascinating. Have you encountered one of these before?
Oh, yeah. My mom had one as a pet. It was an engagement gift from my dad. And he will continue flipping through the book until he gets to a creature very similar to what you all saw. Again, he will allow you to feel the image. The rest of you, as you watch, it appears that touching these images does nothing to smudge them, but there is a slight raise and some slight indents where you can get a sense of what the images are at. And you see the image of a adult Marrow Jay. And as Toby said, it does look nastier than the one that you saw.
And he goes, here. So essentially, they're really, really interesting, actually. I did a book report on them as a kid, and I think I gave my teacher nightmares, but I did get passing marks in the class. They essentially turn their home into whatever best allows them to camouflage. They're also not usually solitary creatures. They tend to live in small clusters and clumps, not quite a colony size, but you usually see more than one of them together. So the fact that this one was on its own leads me to believe that it was probably lost in the first place and just maybe looking to get back home. But they can turn into things like wells, or some, even if they're small enough, some can even turn into buckets of water. Or if there's enough of them together, you can get a whole ocean of these things. But typically you don't really see that. That's only if they feel really, really threatened and they start calling all the others in the area together. But you can get them to look like a small pond on occasion as well. And let's see here. They like riddles and games, and they tend to, let's see here. There was something else. What did my mother write down here? It's smudged. One moment, please.
Well, the games sound familiar. It did seem rather furious that we weren't willing to play games with it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't tell us about its game either. It simply said it was the best game, and it was very frustrated that it wouldn't.
That we should know the game because it was the best game.
Yeah. See, the Fae they like games. They like plays on words. They like, sometimes they just like simple dice games. So its game could have been anything, but its game that it liked was going to be the best that it thought it was the best, essentially, if that makes sense. Let me put it this way. One time, when I wasn't traveling with my family, I came across a Fae creature in the Feywild, and I unfortunately was lost because the grass told me the wrong direction. So I asked it for directions as well, and it told me to go 100 yards down the river and then come straight back instead of telling me to go 100 yards down the river and stop at the Essentially, all I needed to do was follow the river down to my destination, but it told me to go just further than my destination and then turn around and I'd see my destination, which they're very literal sometimes. So it could have been anything. It could have been solving its riddles. There's lots of things that it
Well, you talk to the grass?
Oh, yeah. If you're in the Feywild, you should probably ask the grass before you step on it. Sometimes it can get poisonous.
Toby.
DM, would I know anything about the Feywild?
Has Yuiza ever been to the Feywild?
Mm-mm.
Roll me.
Not that she knows of.
Roll me a history check. You can all roll history checks if you would like to.
That's a 10.
Okay.
I would like to.
No, 11.
forego
Sorry, 11.
My history check to continue to boot Pershing's nose.
Okay. Anyone else rolling?
No.
I am.
Okay.
That's a 5. It's not a cave. I don't care.
Okay. So DC was 10. So for those who did not meet it, the Feywild is something you've probably heard of just in passing, but didn't study. Yuiza, you are aware that the Feywild is another plane where the Fey are from, and that it is far different from this one, and that creatures from there, although they may look humanoid, they don't follow the same laws, customs, or traditions or logic of those on the material plane. Their way of existence is entirely other and awesome and not awesome. And well, I mean, it is awesome. And it often seems to be a contradiction of itself.
Would you mind if I took a look at your book?
Oh yeah,
Right
sure.
here,
It's
I don't-
enchanted to be protected. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. She's gonna look at for creatures that other creatures that maybe can change their form or have claws or kind of look humanoid and stuff like that.
Go ahead and roll me investigation.
While she's doing that, I'll put my hand back on Toby and say, Toby, if you grew up in such a fantastical place, what brought you here?
Work.
That's a 5.
That's fine. You do see that there are multiple Fae that can shift. That's notated on a lot of the pages.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
Just work? No,
yeah. Well, I mean, it just
nothing drew you here?
it just kind of seemed like the place I needed to be at the time, and then I started working for the wardens, and I just forgot to take vacations or holidays or sick days or just leave of any sort. So I've just kind of always been here since. Also, a lot of my family is on this plane as well. So
I was going to say usually it's some person's dream or passion that uproots them from their home to another place. I thought perhaps that might be something.
yeah, I mean, my siblings and I have always had one foot on one plane and one foot on the other. You know how it is.
Not really.
Oh, well,
Not quite.
No, I never imagined a life beyond my own until I met a certain someone, but that's curious. It's just yourself here, Toby? You don't have anyone, well, aside from Pershings, of course, but no one special.
I do. They just don't live in this village.
Oh, I see. You're very brave to move so far away from everyone you know.
I can call them when I need them.
Oh, Fisscourth has a little bit of melancholy in her eyes, but must be nice to be able to call them.
Do you have a mail service in this town yet?
Oh, yeah. People, you can drop things off with folks who are leaving either the general store or here. We have people coming weekly who handle our correspondence. I don't know how long they go between the correspondences at the general store, but yeah. No, there's a guild member who sends all of our stuff out.
Okay, I'm going to write a letter soon. Do I just hand it to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And you can see on his desk, there's like a stack of sealed letters with his own personal seal and the seal of the guild that are just sitting there addressed, waiting to go.
Do you need those delivered, perhaps? Sent out? I could drop them off. I'm very quick for dropping things off.
I think I'll let the official guild couriers handle it, but I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
And then Art will just take his hand back for the group, looking more frustrated than you've ever seen him before, and just go, well, I suppose that's everything. Then we've handled the problem that we told you about.
Do you think Godwin was thinking of Arabelle? Because it changed into Arabelle, and I think he was thinking about her.
Oh, did it?
It did.
It does do that. Someone in that crowd must have been, although I did give them my blessings.
Perhaps we
Oh,
can ask
that's
him.
what the smudged part said. It can only communicate with people who touch its waters.
Oh, I see.
So,
That confirmed one of my theories.
Did he touch the water?
No, but all of us did. So perhaps it was.
Maybe one. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, you don't have to. They are telepathic, so they can just
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, sorry.
The one that did my head.
If you look at really closely here's where it's at. And he will point you to that portion of the page that is a little hard to read and slightly smudged. It appears that before the enchantment was put on this book, that some fingers even smaller than Toby's smudged the ink that is on here.
But there's still Toby's though.
Like a baby Toby, baby.
Oh, no, that was my little sister. Lilibeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, she was cute when she grew up.
Yeah, no, it says, gosh, my mother's handwriting. They can see in the dark really well. They speak Aqua and Sylvan Common, and they have telepathy with everything that's within 120 feet of them.
Oh, terrifying, but fascinating.
Nice, yeah.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get it back home and not here, and I'm so glad I was able to get my tooth back. Whew. I gotta destroy that tooth. I don't think I can put it back.
So is that considered a job well done then? Another assignment from the wardens, or?
Yeah, no, we'll count that towards your working here.
Okay.
If you want, I can give you a gold star. I have stickers.
I'd like one.
Perfect.
What is a
Thank you.
sticker? I don't know.
It's a little piece of paper that's sticky on the back so that you can put it on things and it won't fall off.
It was really helping for you, Yuiza, to just turn around and stab someone. Sticker, get it?
And as Toby pulls out his sheet of gold foil stickers, in this world, they're more like stamps, because we don't have sticker adhesive. So you receive a gold foil stamp that you can lick and put wherever you want, and it'll stick to nearly anything. As you all get those, so you can put them on your imaginary achievement charts. We are going to go into our break, so don't go nowhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, or go to thehypegoblin.com to see all the different ways that you can shop through our affiliate codes and support this show, or go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin, where you can sign up for our Patreon and catch the after show of this game tomorrow when it posts, because I think it's going to be a good one. Until then, we'll see you in a few. Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Hi, how are you? How you doing? I hope everyone enjoyed the first half of our game today as much as I did. If you would like to pick up the Marrow J, it is available now on our Patreon. I just posted it for everyone who wants to go pick it up. There is the adolescent version, which our players fought tonight, which we will be talking about afterwards in the after show, as well as the adult version that it is a little bit more beefy, and we probably don't want to meet at level 2. But with that, we are going to go ahead and hop back into this and set ourselves back in Toby's office, wrapping up our conversation with him. You all just fought the Marrow J and learned a whole bunch about it from Toby, learning also a little bit about his extended family, not much, as he's been cagey on his answers when pressed for more detail. But you've learned quite a bit about the Feywild, and you've seen a rather remarkable handmade book about Fey creatures as well.
Toby, were many of these books made by your mother? I read a few in the library, but I wasn't aware that you had such a talented group of family members.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of a stress reliever for my mom. She was very anxious. Her whole life, and she was a wonderful wizard, world-renowned wizard. In fact, very difficult to live up to. But everywhere she went, she carried one of these journals and just drew the things that she saw and wrote about them. And some of them have people in them that she met. I tend not to share those with other folks because those are more like, those entries get a little more personal. But they are still quite lovely. But yes. My sister did inherit some of her abilities. I draw very stick figures, unfortunately.
See, still a unique talent. And personal notes. I met someone who was very much like that. He documented what did he call it? The Amorous Adventures of Gillian, I think.
That sounds like a smut.
Oh no, he was a very dedicated studier. It's actually how we met. He wished to know what was the exact term he used? The warm, womanly embrace of the Ahuling people. Yes, that's the term he used. Did your mother write those sorts of books?
No. She most definitely did not. Can't say.
Let me see if he knows of this book series you're talking about.
Can't say I've ever heard of the book series, but it sounds lovely.
He's a lovely man. I do hope you have the chance to meet him.
Would you mind if I copied over your mother's book, like the page on the, I forgot the name already. I'm sorry.
You just want to make a copy of her notes?
Yeah, of the what's the name of the thing again? It's just going through the book.
The Marrow J.
Marrow J, that one.
Mhm.
I tend to similarly. She'll show her journal. I draw people and places I've been, and I wanted to just copy it over.
Oh, yeah, sure. You are more than welcome to take down notes. These ones don't leave my office. But you're welcome to come here.
I can do it right here.
Yeah,
I can draw quickly.
you're welcome to come here anytime and look at them if you'd like.
Yeah, and she's just quickly jotting down the notes, and she'll later on draw the one that she saw. She's just jotting down the notes real quick. Well, as quickly as she can. She's like sounding out the letters, like, what was that smudge section again? I can't remember. It's been a long day. I would like to go and rest. I have been slammed with a tidal wave within an inch of my life, and I'm going to go rest.
I think that's a good idea, actually. And he'll, like, again, like, kind of annoyed looking, like, push himself up with the stick and just sort of, like, walk back towards the group.
I think Fist is actually going to follow after Arat and just on his ungloved hand, just take it in her weird little bat hand. I could tell you more about my caves, my home, if that would please you.
I would actually enjoy that. In particular, this man that you keep mentioning, he seems very dear to you.
Yes, he gave me a world I hadn't yet considered. But yes, let's go.
How so?
Oh, Chilean, he was... This actually begins to pull away a little bit before replacing her hand. He was just very dear. We met in strange circumstances, but he encouraged what he called the best in me, and I would like to think that I'm doing the best I can, despite the vast majority of this world still being very large and very confusing and not the cool, comforting drip of a tavern you've known your entire life.
It's fascinating. It seems he had quite the impact on you. And you can actually tell, like, Arat's mood is lightening as you go through all these memory details.
And I'll continue on as such, giving, describing the moss caverns, the weird creatures that dwell beneath the surface. You don't need to talk about the aquatic hoolings. They're kind of fucking weird.
DM, could I ask Fisscourth to make a roll?
Go for it.
A perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Is this based off vibes or is this based off eyes?
It's like tactile and visual and whatnot.
Gotcha. That's a 2 for a total of 5.
Okay, so, yeah, never mind then.
As they leave, Yuiza's actually going to go over to Sulong and just kind of squat down next to the chair. Are you all right?
There's a moment of silence before Sulong wraps up petting Pershing. There's the sound of like a lot of screws in a jar as he gives like the ear noogie.
Pershing is loving that.
I'm all right now. I don't particularly like to fight. It brings out not my best side.
We all have sides that aren't our best sides. Sometimes it's better to embrace them and not ignore them all the time, but I understand.
Do
So you want to talk about it?
Maybe later. I could go for some food right now.
Okay. Let's go to the Pink Dragon, my treat.
As you all leave the building, can you all make perception checks for me?
Well is back. God dang it.
Fucking Will's back! In the bar ordering a drink and we all just beat it up.
13.
What's the girl in a straw hat
16.
standing out in the field? That is a scarecrow.
That is a scarecrow.
21.
13.
Okay. Simple enough. As you all go to exit the building, you notice a large bulletin board style board labeled job board. And there is a person standing there with medium length, dark hair, dark brown, nearly black. The ends of it are tipped in a dark emerald green. She has paper white features with deep set, fully black eyes. And she has fingertips stained in emerald green with veining that snakes up her arms and into her sleeves. Fisscourth, this person looks very similar to the person you met in the library the other day.
Oh my, I was about to say, I was so...
And she is tacking up pieces of paper to this board.
So I can just hear, like, things getting hit into the board. Is there anything else about her that I can perceive?
You smell a perfume that is incredibly loud and garish.
What is that scent?
Oh, I didn't realize that they had a sister. I should make it.
A sister?
Oh, this just dissolves into a whole thing of, lovely sight in the library, and they look related. Yeah.
Would you like me to make my own way?
Yeah, yeah.
Very well. He'll just, like, tap her hand with his other hand. He takes a stick and just sort of veers off to go collect his clothes from where the laundering was.
This is going to stop gay panicking for just a moment and make an approach. I mean, might as well get in good with the family. Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be... Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. You wouldn't happen to be related to Amelia's?
Amelie? Hi. Oh, yes, that's my sister. And as she turns around, her eyes go wide, which it looks rather funny on someone who apparently just has fully blacked out eyes. Her eyes go wide, full anime style, as she takes you and she goes, oh, you must be Fisscourth.
Oh my God, she's spoken about me. This goes bright pink. Amelie's spoken of me?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it's not every day that a giant bat person just walks into the door here. You are so cool. Do you sleep upside down? Do you hear really well with your ears? Are you a vampire bat or a fruit bat? I'm sorry, that was all really, really. I really just like. I just really like. I'm a ranger. Hi.
Oh, you range then. It is so lovely. What is your name?
Farah Dracolos. It's really nice to meet you.
I'll extend my weird little bat thumb and shake hands.
And although she looks very similar to Amelie, demeanor-wise, they are the exact opposites of one another.
She's so cute.
Farah is incredibly excitable, where Amelie was very calm. She speaks much faster than her sister does, and she is insatiably curious about you and the world in general.
Oh, my heart. This is more than happy to answer her questions and is just sort of merrily chatting along with her. I'm more like, I'm curious, where are you here to visit Amelie? Is she nearby? And how did you know my name? Did she speak of me? Did she write of me?
Oh, right? No. No, we bunk up together. We both work here.
I didn't realize. I see.
He's just giving them a wide berth with Sulong. It's like, we're just going to leave the little gay ones alone.
Yeah, no. Like we usually go out and do jobs together. Occasionally we'll do stuff separate, but our abilities just complement one another really well. So we just kind of stick to each other, and also that means I don't have to work with Galwin. So,
do we not like Galwin? What is he like?
Annoying mostly. Yeah, just really
very
annoying. He finds every excuse possible to take his shirt off. Did you know that?
Yes, I was wondering, is he perhaps breastfeeding anyone?
She lets out the largest belly laugh you've ever heard. No, he just thinks that everybody really wants to see him without his shirt on all the time. And I mean, he is very attractive, but there's also like,
oh, say he has substantial teats.
Like the personality just isn't there. Like talking to Galwin is like talking to
an echo.
It's
the idea of it, but not really much there.
Yeah. I mean, he's very good at his job, again, but just I prefer not to work with him. We don't get along very well at all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, were you and Emily going to do any work recently? It's so lovely to make your acquaintance. Being a part of the Wardens and all, and yes.
Well, we just came back from a job like a couple days ago, so we'll probably rest up and just relax for another few days. But there are jobs if you want to pick something up. There's 2 that just came in. I haven't registered these with Toby yet. I need to go do that next. But these 2 just came in. If you want either of them, they're not really. I don't know. They're not really anything that I would take on because they don't involve like giants or like tracking things. I don't think so. I think this might be suited for someone else.
Must tell me more about these tracking giants. It sounds fascinating.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Unless you're dealing with cloud giants, they're a little bit grumpy, but like they think they're all high and mighty just because they're above everyone else, literally.
Well, you can tell. I will take these jobs, though. I have friends who may take interest in them, and it was so lovely meeting with you.
Oh, it was nice meeting you too. It's really nice to put a face to a name,
So she talked about me. Your sister talked about me. Yeah, Fist will grab those notices, and then she'll wander off gaily to wherever Sulong and Yuiza found themselves.
On the way, Fisscourth will probably run into Arat, who got his stuff back and then just particularly waited like in earshot but out of sight to listen to whatever this like giddy shit was.
So you do walk into the Pink Dragon. It's after your battle and you're reporting in and you're getting cleaned up. It's early afternoon at this point, and the Pink Dragon is in full swing. As usual, the tables closest to the door are full of folks that are gambling. There are dealers there dealing different various gambling games. You have folks at the tables in the back that are sitting watching a rather bawdy song being performed by both Pascal and Galwin, who is shirtless at this moment. And you see that there are signs for a drinking contest coming up, as well as a knife throwing contest.
We should, I want to try the knife throwing contest, guys. I think I'd be really good at it.
I think you would be good at it too. Well, what is a drinking contest? You drink?
Yes, you drink alcohol, and then it's mostly a test of constitution and wills, like whoever passes out or throws up or just like knocks out, whoever gets alcohol poisoning first.
Sufong, you would be excellent at that. You're very fortuitous.
Oh, I'll have to pass on this one. I'd rather not drink in the headspace that I'm currently in.
We should get you a very calming tea.
Yes, one with flowers in it, but non-poisonous ones.
Exactly.
Thank you.
What about you, Arat? Do you like drinking? Is that something you would like to do?
I suppose if it's a game I could. It's not typically something I do, but I don't mind doing it.
Aside from our dancing himbos, who else is here?
3 of the tables up ahead of you. There is a gentleman with short red hair who appears to be waiting for someone to arrive, sitting at a table alone. Nizmat is up at the bar, looks to be ordering something. There is a person with short, wavy pink hair, facing away from you, watching the show on stage, sitting next to a smaller person with short, curled blonde hair and a hat that's shaped like a mushroom on top of their head. And then off to the other side, you see Amelie sitting next to a person with long dark hair and light tan skin.
Competition, I see.
Oh my god, 1 second. And Yuiza's going to run up to this person with the mushroom hat. I am so sorry. Hello, my name is Yuiza. I love your hats.
Oh, hi. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to come over and compliment your hat because I've never seen like a hat shaped like a mushroom. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's thank you. I made it myself.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And she looks over to the person next to her who just shrugs.
Did you see that person's mushroom hat? It looks so cool.
Oh, I thought they had
No, I
fungal
didn't.
infection.
Oh. Arat.
It's fascinating, though.
She'll describe the hat. It's not a mushroom. It's not a fungal infection. It's just a hat.
This is gonna go wander off to the bar.
Oh, I think I saw Fisscourth making like googly eyes at someone.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and she'll like tap Arat's shoulder to kind of motion that she's walking.
I'll follow along.
Yeah, she'll give her arm and head over to the bar.
I'll sit next to Nismat and give a little wave.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi. How are you?
We defeated a terrifying fishy well-being. It was awful, but I'm here now, and I'm here to, as they do, celebrate after a victory.
Oh, is that what all that yelling was earlier? Gowan thought he had a fan club or something.
Him and his teats, but no, yes, it was us defeating that thing. It was trying to lure families into its unseeming bowels.
Oh, well, I'm glad you took care of it. I just moved some sheep from one pen to another for someone today. That's what I did. They didn't like
very
me.
important.
Mhm.
Oh yes, I can imagine that. The one
We
that
also
I met
bought
was
some
awful.
weird twig things. Hi, sorry. We bought some weird. You should have been there, Fisscourth. We bought some weird twig things.
I was learning about landlords, terrible things, dreadful.
We've all had our struggles today.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Can I get you all a round of drinks?
Yeah.
Oh yes, please.
He's going to be having tea, though. Points to Sulong.
As Nismat looks over to Sulong, he just raises a hand shyly and in Draconic says, warm wind underneath your wings.
I haven't heard that in forever. And she answers back in Draconic as well.
Fascinating language.
We're taught to take 2 or 3 back at the island.
Yuiza's going to look over at the bartender. Excuse me, hi.
Hi. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, first of all, I feel so rude because we didn't get your name the first time we were here.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just call me Rupert.
Call you Rupert. Okay. Hi, Rupert. I was wanting to inquire about that knife throwing contest.
Do you want to enter it?
Yes, I'm very good with knives.
All right. Good. That'll come in handy. And he fixes his flat cap and twirls the end of his mustache as he thinks. Yeah, it's gonna start. Oh gosh, what time is it? It's going to start shortly. So it's a small buy-in, but essentially the pot goes up every round that you do well. It's about 3 rounds, and he will explain to you. This is a game that lasts 3 rounds. All participants throw 3 knives per round as a ranged attack. Any creature proficient with knives can add their proficiency bonus. The winner is determined by whoever scores the most points in 2 out of 3 rounds. Each round, any participant can spend points of their ranged attack bonus to adjust the results of their roll and increase or decrease the result of their throw by a number equal to the amount spent. For example, if you have a ranged attack bonus of +5 and roll an 18, you may spend 2 points to bump that up to a 20. The next knife thrown will be thrown with a ranged attack bonus of +3.
Okay.
Does that make
So
sense?
the points that you spend, you can't gain back.
And each round that you stay in of the 3 is 2 gold.
Okay. So is it 2 gold to buy in?
No, just the first round's 2 gold. Usually, we used to do a buy-in, but it was too difficult to exchange to junk people. They just explaining buy-ins to people who are already inebriated is a little bit difficult. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. But he will put your name down for the knife throwing contest.
Yuiza, that's Yuiza.
Okay. Anyone else entering the knife throwing contest with Yuiza?
I mean, I do want to impress a girl, so
Okay.
I'll let Fisscourth will enter in.
Can you hold a knife?
I will certainly try. I would like to enter this knife contest as well.
All right, so Fizz is doing it. What about you, RJ?
Sure, I'll throw my hat in.
Okay.
Hearing everybody else do that, I'll just go. If somebody wants to point me towards the target, I can certainly.
Oh, I'll point you to the target. It's going to be great. We're all going to do great. I know it.
Sure.
Okay. That will be starting up in about an hour. What would you like to do until then?
Let's enjoy Nismat's drinks, and I'm as subtly as a large bat humanoid can. What's Amelie doing with this person at her table? Does she look happy? Does she look like she like they're dating? Maybe they're mates? Who knows?
Roll perception check.
I'm gonna do disadvantage because
Actually, I feel like this would be insight. I think this would be insight.
Oh, insight.
Yeah.
I've got 5+ to that. Oh boy. Filthy nasty 20.
As you casually watch them out of the corner of your eye, a large wink that goes unnoticed, and they seem to be having a pleasant, quiet conversation, just the two of them. There is nothing particularly amorous that goes on between the two of them, and they are both wearing guild insignias. So you get the idea that competition, unlikely, but also
Can't discount it. Always be aware of threats.
you do, however, also notice that the two at the front table are canoodling rather closely, and there are some vibes there.
Oops, I interrupted a date.
DM.
Mhm.
Can I roll a perception check real quick?
Go for it. What are you perceiving?
Fisscourth right now.
Go for it.
That is a nat 20 for a total for a total of 24.
Tell me, how do you pick up on this? Because I will say that you can do it. I want you just to explain how you think you are going about this.
Well, easy. First, I'm gonna lean over and just go. You should go talk to them. I'm sorry. What?
You don't see me. No. Oh.
No, but I can hear your heartbeat. It is quite loud and quite fast.
I think you should stop talking, Arat. And that she's just gonna very grouchily sip her drink and continue being subtle and watch.
Okay.
If you don't talk to her, I will.
You wouldn't dare.
Arat gets up, the stick. He just kind of looks back in her direction and just very slowly starts to walk in that direction.
Yeah, bartender, could I buy order a drink for a certain person? Is that allowed?
Yeah, I'll be with you in 1 minute. Do you know what you want? And he's balancing several plates on his arms, getting ready to take them out to an order.
Just go. You need to make a delicate approach. No, go now.
Is that
She's
a no
like
on the
pushing
drink?
No, bring me your finest gin.
Finest gin coming right up. I'll find you. And he turns and walks away with his arms full of food.
Arat is walking very slowly, with just kind of like glancing back over his shoulder with a grin.
This is gonna grab him with both her wings and pull him over, and just nose to nose. You are lucky that we are in public right now, because I would beat your ears senseless and hang you from a tree.
Does that
By
mean you're
your
going to go talk to her?
I am merely preparing a gift as is worthy when courting.
Perfect.
Can you two roll me stealth?
Oh no.
Sulong is sidled up next to Nismat
15.
and is leaning against the bar, just watching this entire scene, sipping tea from his cup.
2.
The 15 for me, but I'm also body blocking Fisscourth from whoever's behind me at this point because I got pulled in.
Amelie rolled very poorly and does not notice this argument until her companion, who rolled a natural 20, elbows her and points over to the two of you. And Fisscourth, you watch from around Arat's shoulder as Amelie's head just coolly turns and she raises a hand.
I'm gonna release one little claw from Arat's collar and just shakingly wave back.
There's that heartbeat again. And I'm just going to tap her on her shoulder and walk to sit next to her, but like out of the way. So I guess now next to our dragonborn friend.
And Amelie gestures as you leave to Fisscourth to the open seat that is at her table.
This is gonna scramble. Oh, just it is very unusual. Do you come here often, as they say?
Well, the guild's kitchens aren't completed yet, so we eat here regularly.
Of course. Yes. Lovely to see you here. I spoke with your sister earlier. Delightful soul, I must say.
Yes, people do tend to get along with her quite well.
I must admit I enjoyed her company quite a bit, but not as much as I enjoy yours. I was actually hoping to see you earlier today, but well, she pointed out that you work jobs together sometimes and you were on rest. And it just so happens my companions and I were also on rest. We defeated a beast just outside the village, actually. Yes.
Congratulations. I'm sure it was quite a sight to behold.
Thank you. Yes, it was. Oh, where is that drink?
And as you look around in a panic, roll me a insight check on Amelie.
Oh my god.
Let's see how well you're picking up her Shatterkai face.
That's a 23.
Okay. Again, it would be hard for others to notice. Shatterkai don't often emote as much. It's what makes Farah's exuberance so surprising. But the Shatterkai don't appear to be from the Shadowfell. And you notice that the corners of her mouth turn up slightly.
I'm gonna get even pinker.
Can I get you something to eat?
Oh boy, God, you have to reveal your weird diet to potential partners. It's a bit unusual. I wouldn't want to force you to undergo anything strenuous, but just like pudding, but save the blood. Oh, the pudding, I should say. Just the blood.
All right. And she will wave the bartender, who's on his way over with the gin, and will order your meal for you. By the way, this is my friend, Helena. Fisscourth, Helena.
Lovely to meet you, Helena.
Helena signs, and Amelie will translate that it is also nice to meet you. And she has heard of you, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Lean over to Nismet and go, they're so adorable when they're flustered.
Who? What? Oh, those ones? Really?
So, your sister mentioned hunting giants. I must say, you certainly seem like you could defeat any foe, no matter how large the size.
We don't necessarily hunt them. We do have to track them down from time to time, but it's more diplomatic in nature.
You convinced the giants to go elsewhere, then?
Occasionally it's for hunting rights on protected lands, or just letting them know that they're walking into the domain of a dragon, and it would be best if they made themselves scarce.
This is a little on odds. She's just probably wiping a little bit of drool off her lips. Oh, fascinating. Yes, and very worthy of one such as yourself. A warrior of many faces, as it were. A large gulp.
And Helena will look to Amelie, look back to you, and look back to Amelie and sign something, and then wave, and get up quietly and leave with their plate. And they will go take a seat at the bar.
Oh.
That will wave at the newcomer.
Did I hear someone come from there over to here?
They go to the other end of the bar, but I would say that you can probably hear someone moving across the room and settling down a plate and cup further down.
Not knowing all the details about this person, I'm actually gonna excuse myself from this man and move over next to them, and I'm just gonna sit down and say, "So how are they getting along?"
Oh no, Sulong is just gonna get up and just
No, you just gotta put a hand on Sulong's shoulder. Just let this play out. It's fine.
It's not.
It's fine.
This is so not fine. It's going to end up in a miscommunication.
I know it's going to be hilarious.
Helena will pat your hand, and then you feel her hand gently travel up your arm and tap your ear as she tries to communicate the language barrier that you two will have.
Let me roll an insight check to see if I can get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, insight's my highest, so 18. So I do get it, and I go, "Oh, I turn to face towards her and go, do you mind then? I'm going to actually put my hand at my mouth and then sort of back and forth at hers, so I can understand. If you..."
She will put your hand on. She will take your hand and put it on hers, and she signs yes.
Was that okay? Well, based on what I was asking, I'm going to then put my hand, literally, it's gently hovering over but not on her mouth.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the question again of how are they getting along over there?
Are you attempting to read her lips?
Yes.
Okay.
Based on the mouth motions.
Okay. Go ahead and let's roll performance checks and see if this is successful.
Performance from me?
Mm-hmm. Both of us.
18 total.
Okay. I rolled a 19. So I'm gonna say that real world, I don't know how this would work, but I'm gonna say that since we are in a fantasy world, that we are able to bridge the communication gap.
Yeah, my interpretation of this is I know how mouths form words, having done them my whole life, so I'm just... And again, my whole world is tactile, so I have felt it over time, so I'm just sort of feeling the shape of the lips and how the air feels, and I'm interpreting off of it. I'm probably gonna... If I roll lower, I'll probably misinterpret some words, but I'm getting the idea.
Okay. She will do her best to communicate to you the awkwardness of your friend at the table over there, but that they are both having a good time.
She certainly is a nervous one, but it seems that she was very much hoping to go over there. My name is Arat.
And yeah, she'll tell you her name and chat with you for as long as you want to do this.
Yeah, I will actually. I do want to. I want to know more about who this person is and the stuff that Amelie told Fisscourth about her and Helena, but also just want to get to know the person that I'm sitting with.
Helena will tell you that they are a... What did I make you for the guild, Helena? They are a fighter for the guild, specializing in range and stealth attacks.
I'll tell her, that I'm an oracle. I'm new to the guild. I don't quite know where I fit in, but I have a variety of abilities that I can lend my hand to and have so far.
She gets very excited and asks if you can do a reading for her.
Absolutely. I will take the cards. I'll do bespeak.
She will do her best to read your lips as you do this for her. Okay, she nat 20.
I pull the card and I hold it up for her so she can see it.
Mhm.
I feel it is the construct.
Okay.
Positive or negative omen on this one's DM.
Positive.
I feel it and I go, this is a card that is the balance between domination and submission. It involves domination and submission of will, though, not other kinds. It's about defining your goals and boundaries and using your inner power to impose your will as you see fit. You shouldn't grip too tightly. You may lose that freedom, but if you hold your boundaries tight, you will be able to impose your will and want in your direction forward.
She'll
and then
take
it vanishes out of his hand, having been spent.
She'll take your hand and put it like near her clavicle, and you can feel her laughing at that. It's been well received, and at this point, she will finish her meal and head out. She has work to go back to do at the guild.
I will tell her as she leaves, though, that it was a pleasure, and I would certainly enjoy to meet her again sometime.
She feels the same about you.
While that's happening, Yuiza's just taking out her journal and she began to draw people that she sees in the tavern, starting with this red-haired gentleman and then working her way around the room.
Okay.
When Yuiza looks up to check on Sulong and Nizmat, there are several plates that have been piled up next to Sulong, and he just turns, "Are you sure you really want to foot my bill?"
I can foot half of it.
I'll rain check your hospitality. How about that? Next time I'm in the drinking mood, you
How
get
about
the bill.
I owe you homemade dinner?
I can deal with that.
Then I can, control the amount of food you eat.
No one controls how much I eat. Oh.
Don't worry, it'll be enough. She'll continue drawing people.
Alrighty. Anything else before we go into our knife throwing contest? Fisscourth, do you tell Amelie that you're entering a knife throwing contest?
As the time gets nearer, Fisscourth absolutely brings it up. I imagine they're talking a little bit. Oh, I used to be a part of an order, but I left, differences of faith. And but aside from being a scholar, I'm a warrior poet, and I was going to test my strength in this knife throwing contest. Yes, I would be honored if you would stay and watch.
Would you mind if I joined you?
Oh my god, this is just... I need to think of different shades of pink. She is rose gold at this point. I would very much like that, yes.
All right, then. And Amelie will join you. And as you all gather for this, Fisscourth, as you're walking outside with Amelie, she stops and drops 10 GP into one of the teller's buckets at a table and continues walking.
I am going to, I'm a bit competitive. I'm going to bet I'm going to put in 15 GP.
Okay. Do
Not
you
to
ask
be
what
rude,
this is?
but I don't, but
Okay.
she's doing it, so I'm going to do what the pretty lady does.
Okay, so this is the roll a day gamble. So what this is, the pink dragon seeds a small pot starting at 10 GP. Once it's matched, and you can match that or you can go higher. Anyone working and most regulars can tell you all that what the current pot is up to. The person running this table tells you that it's currently up to 57 GP for the day. Each of you has, should you buy in, one chance a day to pay only 1 GP or, you only pay 1 GP or higher, and you can roll 4d6 for the pot in addition to that. Required to win is a predetermined combination of 4d6. If the combination requires a 4, a 4, a 2, and a 6, you must roll a 4, 2 4s, 1 2, and 1 6 to win the pot. Does not matter the order that they're rolled in.
It's the lotto.
Yeah, once the pot is won, the GP is taken from the winnings to seed the next pot. Would you like to buy in?
This is entering the lottery because a lovely person did so. She will drop it in, regardless of what
All right.
knowing what it is.
Are you doing 1 GP or are you doing the? Are you upping higher than that?
I'm upping. I'm going 15.
15. Okay. Anyone else entering?
Not interested.
Okay.
Busy drawing.
So the combination. So the numbers are 4, 4, 5, and 1 for the day. Fizz, go ahead and roll, and I'll roll for Amelie.
Oh boy.
All right.
46, yes?
Yes, 46. So Amelie rolls a 4, a 1, a 3, and a 5. So she does not get anything.
All right, let's see what I got. I got a 1, a 4, a 4, and a 5.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right.
Check.
All right. You win 72 gold. From that, actually, you win 62 because from the total, 10 is taken to seed tomorrow's pot. So if you want to come back tomorrow, you can come back tomorrow and see what everyone has bid into it. But bidding is closed for the day. So
This discovers a gambling addiction. Great.
there's multiple gambling games. So if you guys like that one or the competition you're about to do, there's other stuff here that y'all can do to supplement your income as well.
Oh, I didn't realize this was. I've heard of this. Amelie, would you like here? This starts counting out with her little claw and actually gives her twice as much.
No, I do not
Are you
need.
certain?
I'm quite sure. My sister and I are well taken care of. That is all for you.
Fist just internally, but I could take care of you.
Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, knives. Yes, knife throwing.
All right. Everyone gathers outside for the knife throwing contest. How would you all like to bid on this? Would you like to just have the pot increase every round and just put 1 in? Would you all like to bid each round?
She will. Well, we can bid each round.
Sure.
She will put 5 gold in.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
What's everyone else putting in?
I'll
put
match her
5.
5.
Do we have to match, or just put in whatever?
You would need to either match or you can put in more.
I'll match.
Match.
Okay. And Amelie will match as well. So the pot is currently at 25. Everyone, go ahead and prepare your weapons. What does it look like as you all prepare for this? What are you doing?
Obviously she's not going to use the hidden blades in her bracers, but she's just gonna reach behind her and take out 2 knives.
Yeah, Fist is going to quickly realize she does not actually have any knives and is just going to tap Yuiza's shoulder. Could I borrow a knife or 2?
Oh, sure. I only have the 2 right now, but here you go. And she's kind of like doing little tricks with them, like balancing them on her hand, and she will like throw one up in the air, catch it by the blade, and hand it over to you hilt first.
Thank you. And Fist is going to take it with her weird little bat hands.
You might want to try with both hands. Do you want me to teach you how to throw it?
Yes, that would be wonderful, actually.
And she will show Fisscourth, like, you want to throw it. I actually don't know how to throw knives IRL, but she will teach Fisscourth because Yuiza knows how to throw knives IRL. Okay, I guess I go first. I'm so nervous because I'm a rogue and I should roll well, but I don't know anymore. 17.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus the proficiency bonus until that changes if you bid it in, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
but I don't want to add my proficiency bonus to it yet.
Okay.
So I'm just
Then
going
you're
to
good.
get a straight up 17, so I get 5 points?
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. Guess it's Fizz's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Here goes.
Amelie is coolly watching you.
Okay, that's a 17 without the proficiency.
Okay, great. Did you want to bump it up?
So proud.
No, in this case.
Okay. So that's 5 points for Fizz.
Yuiza's clapping and jumping up and down, giving you thumbs up.
This gives you a big toothy grin.
It's so good.
Arat, you're up next.
So stepping up, I'm just gonna look to the people around me and go, somebody
Straight ahead of you, where your nose is pointing.
Yuiza's
Two
like,
hands on a shoulder, turn.
So it's directly in front of me, yes?
directly in front of you.
I'm gonna hold my hand out and I'm gonna turn to the side with my hand still pointing at that direction and go, it's that way.
That way, yes.
Thank you. And I'm going to reach into my bag, pull out a dagger, and just throw it really fast.
Okay.
And I got a 19.
Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to add your proficiency to bump it up?
I think I'm ahead at the moment, so not yet.
Okay. Up next, Sulong.
Okay. Sulong waits for Arat to clear the field and then steps up to where they were, reaches behind him at his back where he has a couple of scabbards,
Mhm.
pulls a dagger and just quickly releases it like
Okay.
an underthrow. 19.
Okay. You want to bump?
And I will use a proficiency to bump it to the 20.
Okay. And Amelie rolls next. And gets a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. And Amelie will walk back and stand next to Fisscourth and just give Sulong a cool smile. Yuiza.
Yeah, she will go get her knife and try again. Another 17.
Okay.
She'll bump it up by 1 for an extra 7 points.
Okay. Up next, Fisscourth.
Oh boy. Let's see if our little wunderkind can keep going. Alright. D20. Let's go. Please be kind, please. That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
Spend your bonus.
I'm not adding my bonus.
Okay.
Is it negative?
Yep, that is negative 5 points. Fisscourth, you're a little flustered and your form is good, but it's misdirected and it goes wide of the target.
Okay, so I rolled. So he takes his knife back, walks back again, points and just asks somebody to turn him until he's pointing in the right direction. And the moment he does, he flips his wrist and I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Probably much to the confusion of everybody around me right now.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Sulong, you're up next.
Waits for Arat to clear the field and then yeah, he'll do the same thing. He had resheathed the dagger in his back pocket or back sheath and will huck it again. 17.
Okay. That'll be 5 points. Did you want to spend anything?
Let me see. Math.
Have whatever your
No.
proficiency bonus is -1.
Yeah. I won't spend this time.
Okay. So that is 5 points. And let's see how Amelie does this round. I cannot make this up. Why didn't I roll any nat 20s in combat? This NPC is apparently trying to impress Fisscourth as well.
Or just take our money.
Or just take your money.
are.
Oh, that was right. We were supposed to bid this round, weren't we? Again.
Oh yes, how much were we? I was gonna keep
Do
standing.
we want to just
forever.
do 5 each round?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
All right, so take out your 5 for that round as well. Next round. There we go. Yuiza.
Okay, don't. I'll use my last point. That's at 12.
Okay. That will get you 2 points. All right, so you end at 14. up next. Fiss,
Oh boy. Can we make a comeback?
you got
We'll
this.
see. We'll see. 10?
Okay.
If we added my proficiency, it's 12. So 12.
Okay, that'll get you 2 points. It's better than nothing, right?
Better than nothing.
All right, you're up next.
It's the same thing again, just direction, pointing, throwing.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 18, and I am going to spend my 2 proficiency to bump it to 20.
Okay. That has you ending at 25.
27.
Oh no, 27. Yes. Wrong one. And Sulong.
Nat 20,
Okay.
but I'm spending a point to make it a 21.
That you don't want to do based off
No,
of the
I
thing.
do. I understand.
do.
It's a narrative choice.
Fine, okay.
Sulong whips out the dagger very fast. It pierces through the target and out the other end. And he kind of looks at it, turns his head. Guess I don't know my own strength.
I love it. All right, and that just leaves Amelie.
Amazing.
I'm going to switch dice. Let's go to the other one. Okay, that's a 7. You know what? They will stay at 7 and take that 2 points. We're ending at 22. So, all right, you win with a 27 total. You win the pot, which is 75 gold.
I'll just sort of look like turn my head around and go,
Won!
Is it over?
Yes,
You won!
you won.
You were brilliant at it, Arat.
How about that?
A very formidable opponent.
Thank you. DM, out of curiosity, how far away was this target that I was throwing at?
Let's say 20 feet.
Okay. No.
How long? I've never been to. What are the axe throwing
Like
ranges?
10,
About 10.
10, 15. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll say 10 feet then.
15
Okay,
feet is like
I'll-
pushing it.
I'll DM you, but yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yuiza
Alright.
will go over to Fisscourth and be like, may I have my knife back, please?
Oh yes. Here. Thank you. It was very lucky.
Of course. Wow, you two look so cute together. She'll say to her and Amelie and just walk away.
Good match. Sulong is sheathing his dagger.
You as well.
That was well struck.
That was a lot of fun. I've never done that before.
Neither have I, but it was an enjoyable experience.
Can Sulong pan back into frame to take Arat by the arm and drag him away?
Let's follow.
Enjoy your evenings.
You too.
I hope you have a lovely evening, Amelie. I'll be with my friends, but I hope I see you back at the guild. And it was lovely throwing knives with you. Yes.
Before you go, if you'd like to practice, Amelie takes out a simple knife with a leather-wrapped handle. I practice at 4 a.m. before it gets busy. The training yard. And she will hand you the knife.
This will take it very giddily. Yes, I'll be the right comes on. Of course.
Enjoy your night.
You too.
And Amelie will leave and head back to the guild hall. Is there any further
Winner buys
discussion?
drinks. Winner buys drinks. Yes, winner buys drinks.
Yes, I can absolutely do this. What would everybody like?
I'm going to actually take a wine bottle to go, and I'm going to go head back to the to Arabelle's place. Okay?
I can do this, yes. What about you two?
Oh, Sulong had already started walking towards Arabelle's place.
Don't worry, I can buy my own. You can buy his a drink, yeah?
Certainly, Fisscourth, you. Winner buys
And
drinks.
And I can provide you with a drink as well. And Fizz is gonna reach out her weird little appendage once more.
You'll take it, yeah.
Fizz gives the "I know what you are" look, the whole the homophobic dog look and everything.
He does not know what you're doing because he can't see it, so it's gonna take it and follow.
We're gonna have to fast forward a little bit, and we can backtrack later if the rest of you would like on the next session. All right.
Yes.
As you're settling down for the night,
Sure.
do you settle into your room alone this evening?
That's entirely up to Fisscourth.
Fizz is kind of being gay at the bar at the moment. She's kind of giggling to the bartender. Oh, I threw knives. I was a natural.
He will go back to his room and just like leave it cracked in case Fisscourth decides that she wants to come in and bunk up again. But yeah, he'll put his cards down on the nightstand, eye bands off, and just lay back on the bed.
As you do that, you begin to drift off, and your dreams are initially pleasant. But then something from the peripheral creeps in, just outside of where you can hear what's coming towards you. And then all at once, you hear,
Do I have something to show you?
and next thing you know, within this dream, you cannot move. You cannot wake yourself. There is something crystalline encompassing you. It is cold, but it is loud, which makes no sense. There seems to be nothing around except for this crystal that is covering you and everything. You cannot move. You just hear this dull roar growing louder and louder and louder. And I will need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
17.
17? Good. You will only take half this then. You will take 17 points of psychic damage.
And that's the half?
No, you will have that.
Okay, good.
Sorry. You will take half of that. And you will take a level of exhaustion as well. And when you awake from this dream, you feel miserable. And you have this sense of foreboding in your chest that something is coming.
That also drops me to a rather low hit point, so I guess Art's gonna wake up and just sort of lay there and probably pass right back out.
Fair enough. And that is where we'll leave everybody. All right, everyone. We're going to go around and say goodbyes. Next week, we will not have Zach for the next 2 weeks. So while Arat is recovering, we will have a guest coming in to hang out with us. So be sure to tune in next week to find out who that is. Or if you're on the Twitters, we will be talking about that later. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for tonight's episode of Luck and Chaos. Don't forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Sulong was played by RJ. And your GM and producer tonight was Sara Roberts. The Luck and Chaos theme, A Twist of Fate, was composed by Sneakernet. Download it now on Bandcamp. Link in the show notes below. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the third-party content featured in this game. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit us on patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support from our patrons.